Welcome back to Young and Excellent, a podcast and YouTube channel that dives into the stories of young people in Sarnia, Lambton, and Lambton County in general. Whoop whoop to my county folk. And so we love diving into all the stories that make somebody young and excellent. And young is definitely subjective. We love every single person that has come on the show, and we cannot wait to share even more journeys. Like today, we interviewed Jude, who is a fantastic young person in our community who loves theater, Taekwondo, and his friends. It is such a heartwarming conversation, and I absolutely love sitting down with him and learning about his journey, because I was also part of Tarzan, and he was young Tarzan, and it was so cool to get to know him. I hope you enjoy this conversation. And shout out to the Sarnia Journal, who publishes, sponsors, and uplifts our voices. We really appreciate all of the hard work that you folks are doing in our community, like their daily email blasts that keep you in the know. We love to be in the know, so you should be in the know. Definitely subscribe to them, subscribe to us, subscribe to everything Sarnia, because Sarnia's fantastic. Welcome to the show, my friend. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Oh, I'm pretty good. So we have met before, but I don't think either of us knew each other at all, because we met on the, I want to say the set, but the theater experience of Tarzan last year.
Yes.
So you got to play young Tarzan.
Mm-hmm,
How cool was that?
It was really cool. It was fun to do all like the swinging around, and I just love being on stage, so it was really fun.
Was that your first time being like a lead?
No, I've been leads in smaller things, like with Carrie Beauchamp. She does like summer camps and nightingales and stuff. I've been leads in those before.
Oh, I went to see Hidden Talents, the show in the summer. You were involved in that, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw your mom in the audience. I was like, oh, okay, Jude must be up there. Were you the skipper, like the captain?
Yes.
Okay, so I was right. In my head, I was like, I have to ask him about that. What is that like experience like summer camp for theater?
It's fun. It's fun getting to like do everything, to practice and everything. I've been doing it for a long time, so I've made a lot of friends, so it's fun to do that with everyone.
Do you prefer like the summer camp theater, or do you prefer like the Imperial Theatre shows?
I like summer camp because it's more like kids, I find, other than like adults, but it's still fun to do with the adults, but I like summer camp.
And yeah, I get that, because I did Stars of Tomorrow camp, so it was only a week of my time. I know Hidden Talents goes for like a full month or two, but I always really enjoyed any summer camp opportunity I could get, because I felt like when I was with adults, I felt a lot of pressure to be like perfect. Whereas when you're with your kids and your friends, like it's like, oh, okay, like everything's fine. I can just be normal. Is that how you felt when you were in Tarzan?
Yeah, but it was fun because there was only like 3 other kids there. But it was still fun with all the adults, but I didn't feel like pressured.
That's amazing. I'm so happy to hear that. I feel like a lot of young people do feel that pressure in theater, especially when it comes to like competing against friends for roles. Are you a part of Glee then?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay. So when's the show dates for Glee? Let's like promote it right here.
I'm pretty sure it's like June 1st till like the 7th maybe. I'm not for sure.
Okay, wow. Okay, yeah. So are you doing any solos or anything?
Not that I know of right now, but I auditioned for some stuff. But
oh, nice. So how does that process work for Glee? Because my little sister was a part of it back in the day, but I only saw the performances. I was never part of the process.
So you like go in with a song and you audition, and they can give you a solo that's already in the show, or if they can put that song that you auditioned with to be in the show. So
oh, cool. Is this your first year doing it?
No, it's my like 5th, I think.
What? Oh my God, that's incredible. So you just love performing?
Yes, I do.
Why do you love performing so much?
It's just fun, it's just fun performing and doing all the stuff with friends and everything.
What was the moment when you realized, I want to be on stage, I want to be up there?
Well, my sister was doing Glee before I did, and then one day she was like, oh, you should do it, and then I think my first audition song was like Thriller by Michael Jackson.
Oh, and good choice.
It was fun. Yeah, it was fun.
Oh my gosh. So your sister got you into it.
Yeah.
Are you like grateful for your sister? Do you guys have like a deal where you have to buy her McDonald's every year getting in there?
No, she drives me around now because she just got her driver's license.
Oh, congratulations. That's awesome. Oh my gosh. So you have a little chauffeur now. Does she still do Glee or no?
No, she's gotten out of like theater and stuff.
Oh, that's fair. I feel like theater is such a beautiful thing that it can be a seasonal thing in your life, or you can be like me, doing it all the time. Do you see yourself doing theater for the rest of your life, or is this more of a, I really like it right now and I'm open to it changing?
I think I would like to do it for the rest of my life because, yeah.
Nice. I love that. I started acting and like in theater when I was in grade 8 though. So when did you officially start? So 5 years ago, you said?
Yeah, maybe grade 2, grade 1.
Wow. So yeah, you just live and breathe performing.
Yeah.
What is that like for, you know, like kids your age listening who want to try theater, but maybe they're a little scared? What is it like for you to kind of step into that bravery to be seen like that?
Well, it's scary once you get up there, but like I still like it's fun because you make friends, and the more you make friends, the more confident you get. Like, yeah, because once you do it for a long time, you start to know everybody, and then you get more confident with everyone and stuff.
Absolutely. So you just say, just go for it. Just do it, audition, don't care about anybody else.
Yes.
And then you get to make friends. So I'm hearing a lot of similar themes from the beginning of this interview till now, that is friendship. Like, so you really value having friends and community in your life.
Yes.
Why do you value it so much?
Well, because it's nice to have someone, like friends and someone there for you if you're like upset or anything, and then you can like talk to them and everything.
What do you think makes a good friend?
Funny and like they get you and like kind, yeah.
Yeah, oh, I love that moment when like you're sitting in class and like the teacher does something funny and then you're laughing and you notice somebody else laughing. Have you ever made a friendship like that where you're like, oh, you have a similar humor as me and I'm gonna talk to you at recess?
I don't think so. Most of the time it's just like, there's a couple of my friends where I don't remember being friends with them, but now we're like best friends. And
oh, I get that.
There's a couple where it's just like mutual friends and then we become really good friends.
Nice. So for you, like going through school and going through theater, I heard you also do Taekwondo. Yes. Do you have friends there as well?
Yeah, I have a few there.
Oh, nice. So you just make friends everywhere you go.
Yeah.
Oh, to be a kid again. I would love that. But that's such a great trait to have and definitely a skill you should absolutely continue to build, because I think I value friendship the same way. I have a really large circle of friends, and I really think the more you do in life, the more experience you get, and you learn from other people. Do you feel like you learn from your friends?
Yeah, like I learn some jokes that they have and I tell my other friends, or just like how they act, and I learn, yeah.
Oh, that's so nice. Okay, so let's switch it up now. So Taekwondo, so are you a big sports person or just martial arts?
No, just really martial arts.
Okay, why is that?
Because I got into it when I was really young, and I just never really got into like soccer or anything. Yeah.
So you're just like, I just love to fight.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? That's fair, because I used to love boxing. I still love boxing. I wish I could do it all the time. But for Taekwondo, that takes a lot of practice and a lot of discipline. Like, what kind of goes into that? Because you probably go every week, right?
Yeah, 4 times a week.
4 times a week?
I think at the most.
Wow.
But definitely 3 times a week. 4 times is on Sunday, but I don't always go to those. But I've been doing it since maybe I was kindergarten. I've been doing it for a long time.
Wow. So what belt are you? Do they have belts?
Oh, yeah, red stripe.
Oh, nice. Is that like high up on the totem pole? Or?
Yeah, it goes like white, yellow, green, blue, and then red. But like, yeah.
Are you going to be a black belt one day?
Probably.
Oh my gosh, that's so amazing. I feel like Taekwondo has a beautiful thing where like you get to strive for greatness, and there's actually a level up, and like you're almost proceeding up a ladder in your skill level. Is that why you like it so much? Because you know there's room to grow and you know you're gonna get recognition once that growth is had?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. I'm the same way. I like, basketball is my favorite sport. That's what I play. But I always liked it because you'd start on the wing and then they try you in different positions. But how you know you really made it, especially as a short person in basketball, is like getting point guard. You get point guard, you're like, I am the coolest person to ever hit the streets. But for you, what would it mean to you if you did get that black belt?
Just like seeing how far I went from like, just like a little kid with a piece of yellow tape on his belt. That's the first thing you get. And then just going up to see black belt and teaching other people, and all the other people starting, and one day we'll be there with you.
That is so cool. And what a thing to dedicate yourself to. How do you balance doing that 3 to 4 times a week while also doing theater, while also doing school and hanging out with friends? How do you balance all that?
It's busy. I'm not able to do a lot of it. Like, Glee is like or Sundays and Tuesdays, which I don't have Taekwondo that day. So like my only days off are Thursdays and Fridays. So
hey, that's fair. So you just feel like you choose things that fit and work with your schedule. So you're not the type of person that's like, I want this opportunity and I will make everything happen for it. It's more about how it fits into your life.
Yeah.
That's a really good skill to have because that's time management. Do you feel like you time manage and you don't even realize you're time managing?
Yes.
Because it sounds like it to me, which is incredible. Is there any similarity between Taekwondo and theater for you, though? Because I feel like Taekwondo also has a level of performance to it.
Yes, like testings and stuff, you do perform from other people, like with like your patterns and everything, or with like tournaments when you fight, other people are watching you, but it's not a lot of like the acting stuff.
Yeah. Did you come up with a Taekwondo character for yourself? No. Like a wrestler?
No.
Oh, you should try it. See what happens. Maybe you can get like 10 times stronger. You just never know. But do you feel like the skills that you've like gained from theater has helped your Taekwondo experience and vice versa?
Probably. Yeah. Like I wouldn't know it off right now, but probably eventually I would know it.
Yeah, like when you're my age, almost 30, you're going to look back and be like, I was a smart kid. That's really cool. So going back to theater, because again, I'm very passionate about it and like we have that shared interest. For you, do you prefer acting or like singing on stage?
I like acting. I started with singing, but then acting I got like more comfortable with over time, and it's more fun because there's like so many different characters. Although with singing, it's like you're that one character, but you can show different emotions and everything.
I completely agree. I prefer acting too. So I've been in a lot of like the acting plays for Theatre Sarnia, not so much the musical theater stuff. I'll sing on occasion, but I mainly like the acting. I'm in The Wolves that's coming up next month. But I agree with you. I feel like there's so much more variety in acting. In musical theater, you do get to act quite a bit, but I love what you said about like the emotions in the songs. Does that like help you express your emotions is by singing and like acting?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's really awesome. That's really, really cool. So why did the theater bug get you? Like, I know that I asked this before, but I want to ask again because I think it's so fascinating that the more you're going into acting, you're finding more of like your groove into it. Because at Tarzan, you were phenomenal in it.
Thank you.
I thought you were great. And in the summer for Hidden Talents, you were great.
Thank you.
So why does that like resonate with you so much that you just want to continue every single year coming back to it?
Well, it's a lot with like the people doing it and how you learn and everyone like supporting me afterwards and the feeling of accomplishment after you do a show and everything. It's nice.
Yeah, it is nice. I feel like there's an adrenaline in it too. Like I feel like I can stay up to like 2 a.m. after a show because I'm just like, wilding out a little bit.
Yeah.
But for you, like in terms of like where you're going to be headed, is there any show that you would like are dying to do right now that you want to like be in?
No, not at the moment because I don't know what is next for Theatre Sarnia or anything, but
I can't say anything.
Yeah.
I have to keep my mouth shut. I'm stage managing next year. That's the only reason why I know. But for you, like moving forward, like I said, with theater, is there a dream role that you have? Like, is there a role that you're like, I would love to be this person, either in a movie or theater? It doesn't have to be like, musical theater or anything like that.
Well, maybe like if someone ever does Tarzan again, going back and playing adult Tarzan once I'm older. Oh my God,
yeah, take over for Paul.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. So what was your favorite part about Tarzan?
I think all like the dancing and the swinging on like the harnesses and everything. And all.
Yeah, because you're one of the few like children that got to do that. Yeah. So how did it feel when you were like up in the air?
It was cool. It's like so much adrenaline. I don't really remember it after. I like going up and then I remember just going down. It's so much adrenaline.
Yeah. What was it like to have to act, sing, and then have lights on you while you knew 600 people were watching you? What was that like being up there? Because I feel like that can be really nerve-wracking.
Well, I don't really see, like, to me, if I ever look at the audience, I only see like the first 4 rows, which is like 50 people maybe, not even. So it seems to me I only perform for like the 5 people in the first 5 rows, or like the first 5 rows. Yeah,
that's really fair, because once those stage lights hit you, you can't really see anything.
Nothing.
I love being able to try to look at the balcony, but sometimes you can almost see it and sometimes you can't. And so are you looking to like definitely get back involved with Imperial Theatre next year?
Yes.
Yeah, hopefully there's like a role. I know for like, you know, kids theater, it is kind of difficult in Theater Sarnia. We've got amazing roles and amazing like plays, but sometimes it's hard for like a kid to squeeze in there.
Yeah.
What would be your solution to that?
I don't know, maybe just like trying to get like more of an ensemble if I don't get anything, or like trying to audition for more stuff after.
Yeah, I think ensemble roles are so much fun. When I did musicals, because I mainly did musicals with Act 2, like Rebounds program, I always wanted the ensemble. I never wanted a lead, because I always found in musicals there's like a cookie cutter image of leads. There's a lot of good musicals that have like a mix, but like when you're a lead in a musical, it's like you're this one type of person, you're this one type of thing, so that when you sing, it's like you're, like you said, it's kind of like you're in that mode the whole time. In an ensemble, what would be like your favorite part of being a part of an ensemble?
Maybe the singing and not worrying so much about everyone's eyes are on you and you're just kind of in the background, but still contributing to the show.
Yeah, I agree. That's such a good feeling, especially when you're like within people who are just as passionate as you. It's so nice. So let's go back to like, you know, talking about other things other than theater, because I could talk about theater for like ever. What school do you go to?
Sacred Heart.
I went to Sacred Heart back in the day. Yeah, from grade 4 to grade 8 though. So I wasn't in it like in the beginning. Does it still have like the playground in the back corner with like the big soccer field? And oh man, that's sick. I loved that like playground because you used to like be able to do flips on it and stuff. But what's your favorite part about Sacred Heart?
Maybe some of like the teachers that like for different subjects and my friends and everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, you value your friendships. Do you get to play sports there?
Yeah, there's a basketball team, soccer team, and like badminton, I'm pretty sure that's it.
Do you join any of them?
I was on the basketball team last year, but nothing really this year because I'm shorter and there's a lot of other tall people, so.
It's a tough go in basketball when you're short. Trust me, I get it. You just get shacked all the time and it's like, I can never shoot.
Yeah.
But that's really, really fair. But as long as you keep trying, that's all that matters. And if you're passionate about it. What's your favorite subject in school?
Maybe drama or.
Drama, absolutely.
Yeah, geography.
Do they still have a drama club?
No, not anymore.
No? Oh man, when I was there, we used to have a drama club and we did a play like every year, and eventually they let us write the play, and we did this take on Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and made it more about like the Oompa Loompas, and it was the most nutty thing I've ever done in my entire life. It felt like a weird dream come to life. That's sad that they don't do it. Sacred Heart, you should get that back up and running. It was so much fun. Okay, so big question for you. What's your favorite thing to do in Sarnia?
Maybe hanging out with all my friends, like going to the mall and just having fun there.
Just having fun. What about the mall is fun?
Just because you can go and you can see a lot of people you know that you wouldn't expect, and just walking around and talking.
Nice window shopping.
Yeah.
Like when I'm older, I'm going to be able to afford all this. But I'm not going to lie to you, Jude, I still do that. I'm just kidding. But okay, so if you could change one thing about Sarnia, what would it be?
I don't really know. It's pretty good. Maybe. Well, yeah, I don't think there's anything.
There's nothing? That's a beautiful sentiment. I'm so happy you feel that way, because not a lot of young people feel like that, because like there's not a lot to do in Sarnia when it's winter. I feel like in the summer you can go to beaches, the parks, the mall, anywhere is kind of your oyster. When in winter it's very difficult. But if you enjoy the mall and hanging out with friends, I feel like Sarnia's made for you, which is so, so cool. Okay, so what is the greatest advice you've ever been given?
Maybe like, don't commit crime.
You know what? Good answer. Good answer. That is a really good one. Why does that like sit with you and you go, absolutely, I'm going to absolutely listen to that?
Because I like being able to be free and not being in prison.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, for real. I understand that completely. I really like the honesty from you. I feel like you're a very upfront, here's what I feel, here's what I think, and I really enjoy that, because I don't think a lot of people would have said that. And I do think that's one of the greatest advices I've been given too, is don't do crime. And if you do crime, here's the consequence. Yeah. Don't like the consequence, don't do it. That's really smart. You have good parents then.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so you said don't do crime, but what advice would you give to anybody watching or listening right now? Can be personal advice, financial advice, anything you got.
Maybe just like go for it. Like don't hold yourself back. which I still do sometimes, but like if you're auditioning for anything or like, yeah, just go for it.
I love that. When you feel like you're holding yourself back, what about those moments stand out to you?
Maybe just like regret later, like thinking like, oh, maybe I should have done that. It would have been more fun in the moment.
Absolutely. So what does that feel like for you? Like, what do you feel like in your body when you feel like you're holding yourself back?
Probably just like fear, like regret.
What do you fear in those moments? Is it about like social situations? Is it more like physical? Like if you're biking down a big hill, sometimes I get scared I'm going to fall off my bike, like that kind of thing?
Yeah.
Or is it like the idea of being seen or vulnerable?
Maybe like physical, in case like you get injured or something.
Yeah. How do you overcome that?
Being more safe.
That's fair. That's fair. How do you be more safe though?
Being protective, like wearing helmets if you're biking, or like asking questions about something if you're confused about it, instead of like,
Man, honestly, I feel like, Jude, you should run for mayor or something. I feel like you've got such a good head on your shoulders, and I feel like you have a really, really bright future. What do you think your future is going to look like? What do you want from it?
I don't know. I want to be a police officer.
That is so cool.
Yeah. And I'm learning how to play guitar, and I want to be in a band with like a ton of people. Like I enjoy, like,
You enjoy performing, but you also enjoy, I feel like police officer makes sense to me from what I've been hearing from this conversation, but how much you value friendship, which means you value community. And I feel like police officers' jobs is to protect the community. So I feel like that is a perfect fit for you and your values, which is really, really cool to hear. And in terms of being in a band, that is really cool. What about guitar inspires you?
Probably just like the people who play guitar, like all of like the other people who are in bands who play guitars and everything.
Nice. So you watch a lot of rock stars and you're like, I want to be that.
Yeah.
Would you want to be like a famous rock star one day, or is it more just like a hobby?
Yeah, I want to be a famous rock star.
Would you sing and do guitar, or just be a lead guitarist?
I don't know. Right now, I can't sing. Every time I try to do something, even if it's like an easier song, and I can't sing at all.
Is it because it's so hard to play and sing? Oof, that is so true. I used to play guitar back in high school, only acoustic though. I didn't do like rock band stuff. I could not do it either. I was like, I don't know how people do this. Like, you gotta be really talented. But I feel like you just started, right?
Yeah.
When did you officially start?
I got my guitar for Christmas, so I've been playing ever since then.
Oh, that's sick. So probably with time and practice, you might get to that level of like, oh, I can sing and do this. If you're just starting out, of course it's going to be difficult.
Yeah.
Do you prefer to like strum with your fingers, or do you use a pick?
I use a pick.
Yeah, nice. I used to do like the strumming, but I feel like pick is just so nice because you can get the full round of sound in it.
It's a louder, more clean sound.
Yeah. How are you learning? Are you doing lessons?
Well, I've been busy. I can't do lessons.
That's
but
fair.
In the summer, I'm probably going to get some lessons. But right now, I've just been learning some like riffs and everything. And,
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, so you're also like really intelligent, because you have to be really intelligent to do that.
Well, I'm just looking at the tabs for all the songs, but okay.
Fair. That is really fair. To me, I wouldn't be able to do that, because I know when I played guitar, it was very difficult for me to look at tabs because I didn't understand chords at all. I more understood like the sheet music just because of musical theater. So do you prefer to read the tabs or sheet music?
The tabs.
Wow. Yeah. Wow, we're different, and I like that. That's really cool. So in terms of your musical career then, would you ever tell like Carrie Beauchamp, like for Glee, like, hey, I can riff this really cool, awesome thing. You should let me play guitar for Glee.
Well, I don't know, because a lot of Glee stuff is more like softer, and a lot of electric guitar is pretty heavy.
That is really true.
Yeah.
It is really cool that you took notice of that. Have you always been like detail oriented?
No.
No. So why did you start becoming detail oriented? Because that's a good detail that a lot of kids your age probably wouldn't pick up on.
Well, I don't know when I became detail oriented, because I'm not for sure what that means. But
Oh, that's fair. So detail oriented means that, like, you know, when you go to a classroom,
yeah.
and you see that your teacher put up the date and what's due today and all the homework.
Yeah.
But then you also notice that there's like a little list that she has of like cool, like good people's homework. I don't know how to explain that. The good assignments that they put up. But then you also notice that up there's like quotes. And then you notice that maybe the lights are off in the room, or maybe that she put like a candle on, so there's a scent in the room. It's just picking up on those little details once you walk into a room or in a situation.
Yeah, I'd say that I'm pretty detail oriented.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And even when you're planning things, you'd become detail oriented. Like if you were planning, let's say you were directing a play like Ian did, and you were like, okay, so Tarzan swings from this, so that means I need a stage person here, and I need to make sure that backstage knows there's a quick change. I need to make sure that's also being detail oriented as well. So you like being detail oriented, or you like it's annoying?
Yeah, I think it's pretty good.
That's good. Sometimes I think it's annoying because I'll get overloaded in my head. I'll be like, there's too many details to take in. I get overstimulated.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really, really cool, man. Okay, so this is the last question for the interview, okay? So I know I asked about advice and all of these things. Now, I want to know about your dreams. What is your biggest dream for you and your family in the future?
Maybe that we can all like stay happy and like to be successful in the future, and that, yeah.
That is a beautiful, beautiful sentiment. I think that that will happen for you because you have the mindset for it, which is really, really cool. So yeah, thank you so much for coming on, Jude. It's been awesome talking to you. Yeah, well, have a good time, everybody. Thank you so much. That was awesome, buddy. You did great. High fives to that. Get it. There you go.